It is that time of the month once again. Hello everyone, hello, welcome to this hopefully reasonably short little update video. I'm of course, as always, your humble host, the Black Shadow. July's in the books. It's been an eventful July for yours truly for a variety of reasons. I'm not going to get into all of those particularly on this video, but suffice to say, one of the more memorable ones I'm going to be having for some time. Channel-wise, it's been as busy as it usually is. We have, of course, been continuing our journey through Grand Theft Auto 4 into Liberty City. As I have mentioned previously, I really have enjoyed this series. It's been quite entertaining coming back to it. I've found a lot more joy from it than I thought I was going to, and if I did sort of quietly say that maybe that was one of the reasons I wasn't rushing to get this series done in the past, and hence why it's taken so long to start it, it may not be all that out of the way from the truth. But regardless, between the likes of Jacob and Brucey and Packy and all the rest of it, I have thoroughly enjoyed my time on this series so far. We don't have too much more left of this, of the main game, at least now. Now we're pursuing bits and pieces of Bernie and whatever else. I will still attempt to show off other bits and pieces on the side, outside of the main story, but I am conscious of time. And knowing that I have said that I will be doing both the Lost and the Damned as well as the Ballad of Gay Tony side DLCs, I am eager to crack on with this series and get to it to a conclusion, knowing what I've got planned after this. And I know that that could be a little while as well as far as the series is concerned, so I don't want to take too long for that. I do need to record more stuff for GTA4. I haven't been able to do so at this point. I have spent like the last several days of my life just sorting out all sorts of manner of bits and pieces on my own end as such. I haven't had too much time for recording. Hopefully I'll get a chance to do some more GTA reasonably soon. Hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow there should be a spot, but we'll kind of see how that goes. On the side of the course, we've had Overcooked, which we did along with Gene Bean over from the Discord as well as the Twitch. This was quite an entertaining little series. I'm really glad that I got the opportunity to do it. Gene enjoyed it as well. It was nice to have the company for it too. I did mention towards the end of this about a perhaps desire of doing Overcooked 2. I may or may not do that in the future. I don't know, but it won't be for now because we have other bits and pieces we need to be cracking on with. On the side of that as well, of course, we have a Romance of the Three Kingdoms, but we are embarking along with Alonzo. The series is to take a slight channel joke ongoing. And, you know, we've been going for quite a while this series now, which I always knew it was going to be. It's a bit more of just like a, I don't know if I want to say a passion project as such, but it's something that I've kind of always wanted to do. It has been tough going. We recently lost the Imperial capital to Cao Cao. And we are down to one city at the moment. Alonso's doing okay, a little bit further south, but we are like taking on Cao Cao's finest. And yeah, it's quite the showdown currently ongoing. Again, we need to do more recording for this. We might get an opportunity to do some more of that. Hopefully next week I'll need to contact Alonso to sort that out. Now, as far as upcoming content coming for the channel for the nenext month or so, obviously we've got GTA4 and Romance of the Kingdoms going on. With Overcooked being complete, we are now getting ready to embark upon the series I did announce I was going to be doing a few weeks back, and that is Croc 2. I did the first Croc series years ago on this channel. I've always kind of wanted to give the second game a go. I've never actually played it myself, either channel or personally. I've always kind of wanted to, and as such, I've been mentioning about a desire to embark upon this. I'm expecting to start getting content for this uploaded some point next week. I have not yet recorded anything for this series. It should be entertaining. It'll be kind of hopefully nice and light-hearted, although Croc 2 was sort of apparently infamously difficult compared to its predecessor. And considering that there are some pretty tough and nasty platforming segments in the original game, I don't know how much I'm looking forward to that, but that's kind of where I'm getting myself into. It'll be fine, everyone. I'm sure it will be okay. Now, like I say, hopefully it'll be next week. This is not going to be the only PlayStation game, however, that I am going to be reviving on the channel in the next week or so. I have another game I'm looking to delve into. Those that obviously follow me over on the Twitch will know that you recently have finished up, at least for the time being, with Resident Evil Resistance. We did a stream on this on Sunday after having been on the PS4 for a while. Made my way back to the PC version of the game to kind of see if the game has really changed at all in the past couple of months since I'd last been on it. And personally, the answer to me was not really. It was an answer that I was expecting, but it was disappointing nonetheless. I've still enjoyed Resistance. I've talked about it on several of these update videos. I still think Resistance can be an entertaining blast, and like I say, if anyone has access to the game on PS4 and has never tried it, I do encourage you to give it a go. The PlayStation 4 has enough people playing in that it's not a case of... With the PC version, you're still averaging between like 250 and 400 people. So you've got basically a large proportion of players are like the hardcores who play this game tons. And then you've got a few people who don't really play the game much or are new to it that just come on and just get annihilated. And some masterminds are respectful of experience levels and take their foot off the gas. Quite a few don't, which was very apparent on the stream as well, which is something that, again, I kind of knew was the case, but still, never mind. Even like I had, I think it was Busting Nuggets, I believe it was, on the, I know, quite a name, right, on the Twitch chat saying that he hadn't played it, and he was concerned he was a bit late to the party. As far as PC is concerned, I think the answer is yes. Unless something miraculous happens, it's hard to see how it changes on PC. But PlayStation 4, I still enjoyed, even though like I'd lost all this time in theory and had to restart again from PlayStation 4. I was prepared to do that, and I had some good times there. And had some very, very enjoyable games, even if the actual game is, you know, technically inferior to the PC version, which is just, you know, what it is. But Resistance and Resident Evil as a whole has never really been strong as a PC title, franchise, series, whatever you want to call it. So I guess it's not too surprising. It's always done significantly better on console. I don't know if I will return to Resistance on the channel. I will likely return to it at some point down the line in my own time, but we'll have to see. Now, with Resistance being finished, that means that it is time, as I've been mentioning a couple of update videos, that I will be making a return to Dead by Daylight, which I have not played for some time. I haven't touched this game and played it for well over a year. I think about 18 months or so, best part of since I've last played this. This is another reason. It kind of does tie in actually with Resistance, in that having played Resistance and heard, you know, an infinite amount of comparisons saying, oh, Dead by Daylight this, Dead by Daylight that. I think I need to play Dead by Daylight again to kind of really ascertain like how it stands up to what is, you know, in Dead by Daylight, like, is it the gold standard of its genre? Like, it has to be up there, right? There's still like tens of thousands of people playing this at any one time. You know, like it's seriously impressive. The player base that this still supports, and the you know, it's still going like over 4 years down the line now. It is amazingly impressive, and for good reason. Shows you how good the concept was. So we're going to be beginning of this. I'm going to be waiting until a week Sunday because I want the 13th to tick over. That's the monthly tick over of rank reductions, because my rank is, considering I've not played this game for so goddamn long, my rank is still a bit on the high side, and I don't want to just walk into just straight murder. So next week Sunday, we'll be making a return of Dead by Daylight, which I'm looking forward to. And as usual, folks will be invited to join as and when they do, and we'll kind of work things out as we go. That does bring up the question of what is going on this Sunday. And I think I'm going to take a little bit of a left turn as such. I still want to be in the horror theme. Because, you know, it's kind of what the Sundays have always generally been about to some degree or another, something down the horror line. And I've been recently looking through, like, some of my old series, and there was one that I actually rewatched recently, bits of, and thought, you know, I haven't played this game for ages, and it'd be nice to make a return to. And it's Resident Evil Survivor for the PlayStation 1. I did this series about 5-6 years ago. It's a short little blast. It is one of Resident Evil's kind of light quasi light gun kind of hybrid games. It's actually not terrible as a game, although like I'd forgotten how bad like the voice acting was in this. It was atrocious. I'm talking like probably worse than Resident Evil 1, because at least Resident Evil 1 had some degree of charm. Some of this is just dreadful, but that is what it is. It also comes and kind of, and we've thrown this into like the whole kind of playing the old Resident Evils and knife running them. Of course, there is no knife in this game, but what you do have is the handgun, which is infinite ammo. But the handgun loses effectiveness pretty steeply as the game goes off. Like for the first half of the game, it's fine, but once you get towards the back end stages, yeah, it really struggles. So we're gonna be doing this on this Sunday, 5 p.m. GMT. I'm going to be running for Resident Evil Survival, hoping to one-shot the game, and we're going to be playing this as handgun only, and we're going to be reveling in the delights that this game can provide. There are delights this game provides, you just kind of have to go looking for them. It's the way it goes sometimes. So that'll be this Sunday, followed by Thingy next Sunday. I have updated the Twitch channel to represent that. Of course, a list of the previous streams. Oh yes, the Origin of Species stuff as well. I forgot to make a mention. We did do this over the past couple of weeks over on the Fridays. Very enjoyable mod for Resident Evil 2, and I would encourage anyone who hasn't played it to give it a go. It's not bad. It seriously lengthens the game out, especially the Claire run. So yeah, you know, pretty damn good stuff. Anyways, yes, so I've updated the About section here, which still looks ugly, but there's no real way to improve it, because like if I was to shorten it, then it changes how it looks out. There's nothing I can really do. But yeah, so this is all updated. Should also be noted as well, as you may notice here, I'm also going to be making a change for the Fridays. I am going to be making Return to Left 4 Dead 2, which we haven't done for the channel for a while. I played it with some folks like a few weeks ago and realised how much I actually still miss this game and need to play it every now and again. As such, we'll be streaming this for a few Fridays or so. We'll be doing some communal stuff. Haven't decided what I'll be doing yet, versus probably campaigns of some description. I don't think we ever did on the series that I ported to YouTube. I don't think we did like the expert campaigns for Left 4 Dead 2 for the Left 4 Dead 2 campaigns, but I don't think we ever touched Left 4 Dead 1 ones. So maybe that might be what we do. I haven't decided. I'm not sure. We'll work it out as we go. But that's all updated for you. Lovely. Alright then, so that's going to be all for this. Again, I want to keep this as narrow as I can. Of course, as always, if you want to contact me, you have the comment section below for this video. I have been slowly kind of digging into YouTube's comment section and trying to work out why I don't always get notified of people's comments. What seems to happen is that YouTube, in its infinite wisdom, decides that it only wants to give people a certain amount of notifications a day. So what will happen is if basically for like larger channels, it's meant to be like a convenience thing. Except the thing is, I would rather get a notification about pretty much every comment that was ever sent, because it's nice to respond to you guys. As such, what tends to happen is I will get notified for like an initial comment that's posted on like a video, but I tend not to get notified to responses. Like I don't often get notified responses at all at the moment. I have to like kind of flick back to those like later on down the line and see if I got a response or not, because YouTube doesn't tell me. It's very, very frustrating. But it is what it is, and there's nothing I can do to change that. So, YouTube, infinite wisdom. I dare not complain. Anyway, so if that YouTube comment section, of course, you can also as well get in contact with me on the Twitter sphere over at BlackShadow993, where I do give, of course, updates for when most videos go up, as well as the occasional musings of bits and pieces of the game. There was a recent update to Resistance. I think it was yesterday. It was now, and I think after having put like the best part of 300 hours like into that game on some form or another, I think that's kind of my summation, my TLDR about Resistance. Lots of good, cool, nifty micro ideas, but in the macro, it just doesn't seem to quite crack it. It's a great shame. I think noble failure, I think, is probably the most accurate thing I can think to describe for Resident Evil Resistance. Of course, as always, you can also look to make contributions if you so wish to help support the channel in a more monetary fashion over at Patreon, patreon.com/blackshadow993. I've had a couple people that have dropped off due to, obviously, the ongoing global situation, which, of course, has been taking its toll on everyone. I, of course, have no problems with this. I greatly appreciate everyone that has helped with the channel as such, and even those that feel for the moment they need to kind of scale back on that. A huge thank you to everyone who has supported the channel, both recently as well as in the past. I do need to get onto this, actually, and do some bits and pieces. I kind of had scaled back on, like, some of the rewards and such. Like, usually I give out, like, cards and bits and pieces every now and again. I had taken the back off of that because, obviously, with everything going on, the Royal Mail had requested that, you know, obviously because they're having staff issues and everything else, to only send important mail as such. And it's not to say that the cards aren't important, but you know what I mean. That seems to have sort of studied itself, so I need to look to get back onto that. That's another thing to be added onto the to-do list, which is getting larger by the day. Of course, you also have as well the Discord here, the Discord server. There's a link as well in the description below. If I could ever click on it correctly, that would be very good. This is the best way to get in contact with myself, talking about all sorts of bits and pieces. The community is usually fairly responsive, I like to think. Of course, we have our latest releases thread as well to complement YouTube and Twitter. We still have our guide for sorting out Resident Evil Outbreak online. If you're ever interested in setting that up, where I have, of course, a full video that I uploaded somewhere up here, somewhere. I don't know where it is. That's the one. There we go. So you can get that sorted out. Other bits and pieces and threads as well, and all sorts of bits and pieces. We, of course, have the dad jokes. I'm not going to type one in here because some of these are just hideous, and I don't think I need to be encouraging this bot anymore in some of the rough stuff that has been a crock up here over the past week or so. But yeah, that's a good way of keeping contact as well. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much all for it. So thank you much, as always, for watching. Hopefully, we'll get GTA4 continuing late tomorrow. I don't have time to record today. I'm literally doing this and about to head out the door. But yes, GTA4 hopefully will be tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then it will definitely be for Friday. We will be obviously continuing on the race series, as I have mentioned as well. Thanks to everyone for watching and listening. Hope, of course, that everyone stays as safe as they can during these extraordinary times that we are still in, and unfortunately are going to be in for some time to come. But if my the content and videos that I produce is able to take you away from some of the madness and sadness of everything that has been going on over the course of this year, then I'm glad that I'm able to provide that for you. I can't help but continue to think back to December 2019, and I was looking forward to 2020, and I remember, I don't know if I even did, like, on the last update video I did for the year, and I remember saying that 2020 is going to be an incredibly eventful year for myself. Little did I know, whenever I'm old and grey and, seeing out the last few hours and whatever position and wherever the hell it is that I will be, I'm pretty sure I will look back to this year and think, holy fucking hell, did this year really happen? The answer is yes. The answer is definitely yes. Take care, everyone. I'll see you soon.